Joined us here. I'm going to be talking about what I learned yesterday from fishing and the reason why most people fail. So you're not going to want to miss this. I want to welcome you as you join in. Please post down below, say hi, leave a comment, and if you're watching by replay, please hit hashtag replay. And don't forget to hit the little notification button down below so that when I come on live, you can be notified by your cell phone. And also, don't forget, we're also live on YouTube, and you can go over there and watch us there. So I want to just get right into our message today. What I learned from fishing yesterday. We went out, had a great time, went out in the Gulf of Mexico, and we went way out there. We were with some guys that were just great guys, and they wanted to catch some big fish. So we jumped in the boat and we went 25 miles out. Said, man, we're going to go out and catch some fish. And of course, I've fished a lot in Florida. My wife and I, we lived on the Gulf of Mexico here, had our own boat in the back. And we used to go fishing all the time, catch fish all the time. But these guys, man, we want to go way out. So we went out 25 miles. And we're out there fishing. We had these little spinner baits and had some live shrimp that they were fishing with. And we're out there and we're fishing for like 3 hours, right? And we're catching no fish. I'm looking on the depth finder. I'm not seeing a single fish swimming down below. And I'm kind of laughing because the guys who are with me, they were spiritual guys. And they're like, Lord, they're praying, right, while they're fishing. They're like, Lord, put a fish on my hook. I have dominion over these fish. And they're praying away. And I'm sitting here actually laughing because I'm looking at the depth finder. I'm in the back of the boat. I'm seeing the depth finder. It's like there's no fish, right? And they're praying, and they're praying that fish get on their line. And finally, after several hours of this, because I'm thinking, right, we went by the fish to try to go fishing. So if you know anything about Florida, if you just stay along the banks right after you get by the buoys and just drift, you can catch all the fish that you want. But no, we had to go 25 miles out, and these guys are like, Lord, put a fish on my hook. And I'm like, finally I couldn't take it anymore. And I said, brother, I think the Lord would say unto thee, instead of go out deeper, I think the Lord would say to you, go to the shallow waters. They're like, what? I'm like, finally I broke down and I told them, I said, man, you went by a bunch of fish to try to go get the fish. And I wonder how many times in life as Christians, as believers, that because we lack knowledge, because we don't have the know-how, there's abundance in the world. There's a lot of wealth in the world that we go right by to try to go get wealth, and only to find out that we're getting negative results. And if you keep just trying to fish in the same area where there's no opportunity, where there's no fish, you're going to get bad results. So sometimes if we're getting bad results in life, we got to look at ourselves and say, wow, you know what? Maybe we need new knowledge. Maybe we need to make some adjustments. And so we said, okay, let's change. So we went back into shore. We started fishing, and guess what? Man, we started catching all kinds of fish. And right here is one of the fish that I caught yesterday. It's called a ladyfish. These fish are so fun to catch. When you get one online, these fish, they fly out of the water, man. It is super duper exciting, and they're all big. This was one of the smaller ones I caught, but it's super fun. We started catching fish like crazy. We went home and we had just an awesome time. Now, I want to just say this. Many of you out there, you have a great message. You have a story. You have something to tell somebody that needs to know what you know. And you have a story about how your life has struggled, how you've overcome a struggle, and now how you got victory in your personal life. And I want you to know your story of how you've overcome, your prior experience has a lot of value. And today, and over the next couple weeks, we have opened up what I call 83 Academy, 83kacademy.com. Now, this is a new mentoring program that I'm developing for people who look at me. I've had so many people. They look at me and say, man, I want to speak on stage. Man, I want to be an author. I want to be, I want to be a coach. I want to be a consultant. They look at what I do and they say, man, I want to do that. But so many people, they just don't have a mentor. They just don't have a map on, hey, how do I start? How do I begin? And a lot of people have the motivation, but they don't have the mentor and the map to help them get there. So that's what 83K Academy is all about. It's all about a training program by me that I take my 25 plus years of experience, and for 3 months, I take you by the hand and train you how to be a speaker, a coach, consultant, and a best-selling author. I literally lay out everything that I do and how I built my brand. And that's why we call it 83K, because your goal is to produce $83,000 per month equals $1 million in a year. That's your shooting for the stars goal. Or, because Les Brown says shoot for the stars and worst, you land on the moon, right? Or for some of you who are new, if you could just make 83K a month. Think of what you could do if you could just add 83K in a year. So it's either 83K a month or 83K a year that you start off with. That's the goal. That's why we call it 83K. You either shooting for 83K a month or you're shooting for 83K a year. Do the math. That works out to $1 million. So that's why we call this the 83K Academy, Building Expert Empires. And if you're interested in me coaching you to be able to do that, all you got to do is go to 83kacademy.com. And once you fill in your information there, what's going to happen is I'm going to send you a personal invitation. I'm going to outline in great detail exactly what 83K Academy is all about. So go on over there. Type that in. If someone's listening, if you'll post that below, 83kacademy.com. I'm just now opening it up. I wanted to get all my Facebook friends who follow me on a regular basis to know about it, because I'm only mentoring a handful of people. I take a small group of people, right? So it's like first come, first serve. Whoever gets in on it, you're going to be a part of it. I'm picking out a certain amount of people to go through it with me. I just finished one class and it was phenomenal. We have so many graduates. A couple of them are on the page when you get there and you see the invitation, and it'll outline what this thing is all about. So go on over to 83kacademy.com and sign up, and it'll send you an invitation. And then if you feel like this is for you, you can be a part of it, all right? So if you want to be a speaker, coach, consultant, and a best-selling author all in one, I'm doing a massive training on how I did it. And let me tell you something, you don't have to be a big name to be able to do this and to be able to win in this industry. You just need a map and you just need a mentor. That's why I'm helping people now. So anyway, you have a story to tell, all right? And you have experience that has tremendous value. But guess what? You got to go where the fish are. Your story, your experience is the bait. But you got to take your story and your experience to where the fish are. So many speakers, coaches, and consultants are broke, and they struggle because they go buy the fish to go out and try to fish somewhere where there's no fish. And they don't understand. They don't have the right understanding on where the fish are, where the fish will spend money, and where they'll want you to come speak, come coach them, to come be a part. So that's why I wanted to show you this today. I wanted to share it with you. There's a lot of fish out there. There's a big opportunity in this industry to coach, train, speak. It's what is it? A $500 billion industry. There's all kinds of money out there to be made, and there's a lot of people who need to hear your story, that you can make a difference in their lives. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, Dr. J, today. The whole thing is, don't go buy the fish. Don't go buy the fish to try to go catch fish. Get some knowledge. If you're not getting results, change it up. Pivot, change, and you'll get different results. God bless.